Generalizing the Somali American population as parasites is okay, though. Fuck Twitch and their double standards. Of course. Of course. Of course it is. Everyone is cucked. Everyone is incredibly cucked to the right. This man has been fomenting hatred against all Somalis, talking about, like, deporting everybody, talking about doing terrorism the other day. Like, literally, the other day, he was like, you should actually make the environment unsustainable, persecute the cops for defending the Somali population. Straight up an open call to terrorism. Okay? Straight up an open call to terrorism. He said it. Not even a fucking stern talking to. What do you do? When you're right wing, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can even change your positions, it seems, later down the line. Oh, 10K of those. Nice.
You have to make the punishment infinitely worse than the crime. And I'm talking about deporting the entire family, denaturalizing the entire family, sending the entire group of them back to Somalia.
So if this is the type of energy he has for, like, Somali American scammers, like, if it's like a German American scammer, does he have the same attitude? Is that like, are we doing that too? Or is it just for the Somalis that he has this kind of smoke? Because I'm in favor of offering tremendous punishment to people who engage in any sort of welfare fraud, any sort of redirection of funds that are supposed to be allocated to feeding the poor, for example. Because I can't recall, what did he say when I was talking about Rick Scott?
That's what needs to happen. And anybody complicit and anybody involved in this scam. And until we have a candidate and a person that's willing to do that, then I'm not really interested in voting, if you want me to be honest. I'm really not interested in voting.
He actually said he would treat Americans worse. Yeah, he did say that, except when I was talking about Rick Scott, he was crying and demanding I get banned off the platform, which I did. And then he didn't like how short my ban was. He did not like how short my suspension was, continuously implying that I have some sort of power over the company, even though every single day he says something ban-worthy and never gets banned.
Because why is it that I'm going to vote for a slow rot of my country whenever the solution is so obvious? You can't flip the switch? Yeah, you can. You can easily flip the switch. You just do it. That's how it happens. That's never happening. Nothing ever happens aside from a few tweets. I know that. What about jail forever? I don't want to pay for them.
He's pro-destroying Rick Scott too now. He talked about it on stream today. He's just a roach with zero morals. Huh. Another one of my positions he's arrived at. It's weird. He sure took his sweet-ass fucking time. It's just strange. Your interaction with Christian and Peach reached Bilibili, and the netizens are saying they shouldn't scare the elderly. So strange. Last month, or 2 months ago, he was crying. He's starting to copy a bunch of shit you say. It's kind of funny. Yeah, the funniest part about it is that his fan base will move in that direction because they are already moving in that direction. But they won't realize that, like, I've been in that direction this entire time. So their hatred of me will still continue. And they'll just, I guess, arrive at my conclusions months after the fact.
I don't. Like, I know we could say, like, oh, yeah, put them in jail and make them, like, put them in work camp.
You're Asmon's biggest fan? Well, judging by what Asmon likes to say, a year after the fact, he might be my biggest fan, as a matter of fact. He spends, years and years shitting on me for the positions that he inevitably adopts. Interesting.
Camps forever. I don't even want to deal with that. I just want to send them back and not have to deal with it. That's honestly the way I feel about it.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone. No.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party. Timeline.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost.
I saw that.
That is crazy. That is nuts. And I've said before, there's a statute of limitations, but apparently this was yesterday. Yeah, this happened yesterday even. Oh my God. How's that not against the TOS? It is. And it is an open call to violence. And I would challenge anybody who thinks that it's not an open call to violence to say that exact thing about Donald Trump and then tell me if Secret Service shows up at your house or not. Really.
I mean, Secret Service would show up at my house if it was an open call to violence against Rick Scott as well. Rick Scott is a sitting politician. They didn't. And the reason why they didn't is because no one serious actually read it as an open call to violence. In any case, interesting. So he said this. What's his new position on Rick Scott now? Now he's talking about punishing Rick Scott as well.
It's very obvious.
Yeah, generalizing the Somali American population as parasites is okay, though. Fuck Twitch and their double standards. Of course. Of course. Of course it is. Everyone is cucked. Everyone is incredibly cucked to the right. This man has been fomenting hatred against all Somalis, talking about like deporting everybody, talking about doing terrorism the other day. Like literally the other day, he was like, you should actually make the environment unsustainable, persecute the cops for defending the Somali population. Straight up an open call to terrorism. Okay? Straight up an open call to terrorism. He said it. Not even a fucking stern talking to. What do? When you're right wing, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can even change your positions, it seems, later down the line. Because this was 10 months ago where he said, what the fuck is Twitch doing? This is a terms of service violation. He was, demanding I get banned for a position that now he agrees with as well, it seems. Does anyone have his new position on Rick Scott? Another clip of him talking about you that was boosted by Elon Musk. Asmongold goes off on the Somali daycare fraud and how wealthy Americans in Hassan defended. Average Americans are tired of having their country routed out, looted, pillaged by a bunch of random fucking third worlders and asked to apologize for it. It's outrageous. These insulated, generally white liberals who live in gated communities, they never have to see it. There has never been a moment where I've defended the fraud. You cannot point to an instance where I've defended the fraud. And that's why you'll only hear people say that I'm defending the fraud. And it doesn't really matter. Yürümeye çıktı.
Average Americans are tired.
If you get deported, how will you be able to survive in New Jersey? I know. Elon's still thinking about me. It's nice. Thank you for all the content. You make me laugh every day. You're welcome. Can you scroll down a little? Elon Musk. Bro went from Grimes to Grums.
Of having their country rotted out, looted, pillaged by a bunch of random fucking third worlders, and then asked to apologize for it because of something that happened before we were born. This is outrageous. I'm tired of it. Most people are tired.
Yeah, they're U.S. citizens, by the way. I don't know why he keeps saying this, but... And they should be punished. If they have done crimes, they should be punished just like any other U.S. citizen.
I'm also tired of pretending that I'm not tired of it. It's outrageous. Yes, absolutely. And there's another thing, too, is that these insulated...
This was the one.
Present help right here. We're looking for present help right here. We're looking for the best rates of health.
Also, post anything like this about Asmongold on a subreddit, it will get automatically downvoted, for the record. That's, I think, how he gets away with a lot of the scrutiny. Anything that presents Asmongold in a bad light, no matter how far-reaching, no matter how marginal a subreddit it is, oftentimes will get fucking instantly downvoted. Unless it's Destiny saying it, in which case the bots are in favor of Destiny, so they just do like a little bot farm in the reverse direction. Rare W for the D-Man. He's been going after Asmon on all of his Somali fraud takes. Let him fight. Great. Fucking finally. anytime there's a literal psyop going on Reddit, you in particular have 10 plus posts a day with 50 comments in less than 10 minutes. No, it's incredibly botted. It's botted into oblivion. LSF already is LSF already is owned and operated by a guy who works with Destiny. And not only that, but also they bought the fuck out of posts that they will literally take like edited clips, post it, upload it as is from the stream, and then they'll instantly bot it. That's why any kind of mention of me that they can present in a negative fashion will get like 10K upvotes. And then they'll sit there and be like, oh, it's because everybody hates you, dude. It's just strange because it doesn't happen like that on any other platform, weirdly enough. Just Reddit. It's the smear farm operation. Yeah, every single post will get like 10K upvotes in less than an hour or 2 hours. But it is what it is. Anything not Hassan gets zero traction because the sub is dead. Yeah.
Healthcare here inside this building because we have so many
The best
options.
rates.
Who can we
Oh,
talk
here we
about
go.
getting the best healthcare?
Information to give us a rate. We're then met with the police.
Wait, was
Guys,
this here?
hey, remember to pay your taxes.
Oh wait, no, it's here.
They're Somali providers.
Yes.
Everyone is fraudulent.
So we're
Another Karen. Yep.
This is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing
Yep.
ordinance.
And the Somali community is a very closed community, so everybody's in on it, and they don't want to talk, as you can see.
What would you have the police do instead if you were them? What would be your course of action? Genuinely curious. I would create a situation where the police would be afraid to defend these places because they would be worried about being persecuted. This would cause the police to leave and completely disband the police force. This would allow the companies and the people in the area to be effectively completely lawless and turn it into anarchy. That would make it completely chaotic, and these people would then become terrorized by the people that are in this community that they are somehow trying to enable, right? And so the goal is for that to happen and to make it as unpleasant and awful for them as possible.
Like this is as direct as I think, call for terror and mass instability as you can get, definitionally. Okay, like
the best
demanding
rates of-
lynch mobs, demanding to harm the police. Right? Maybe you should stop streaming. Wait, what? Why? Why would I do that? The difference, of course, is that he is, ironically enough, everything that he claims that I have, like all the power that he claims I have, he literally has. But because the legion of fucking sycophantic centrist slop tubers will never actually call it out, no one actually knows. No one actually sees this. No one actually knows about it. No one actually cares about it. He just straight up gets to do literal calls to action to demand mass instability, demand harm to not only just like regular people, but law enforcement officers as well. And there's never any big movements on Twitter to be like, we got to get this guy banned. Calls to action, yeah, calls to violence, straightforwardly. It's not even like, oh, I'm misunderstanding the position that he's maintaining here. Just straightforward. $18 more months and he'll be more left than you. Yeah, it's just we just have to wait for the winds to shift in the other direction so we can, restructure his entire commentary around the new meta, which he will. He's already doing it. He's flipping already. I mean, there are obviously instances where he'll present himself as a straightforward white supremacist like this one. Meanwhile, for the record, Asmongold's calls to action have been heard. Plenty of people have been harassing random daycares all around the country, not even just in Minneapolis, but in Ohio as well. And it's so funny, like at most, slop tubers that will call out Asmongold will still use it as an opportunity to be like, but Hassan is still worse. It's truly psychotic. Yeah, Wild have all these Israeli influencers of all the same interests in Somali daycare centers in the same week. Somali fraud investigation. Huh. Another influencer for Israel, Cam Higby, now doing the Somali fraud investigations. How strange. How strange. How interesting. Wonder how that happened. Do you really think it's him? Not all the other coverage from major news? No, of course the other coverage plays a major role, chatter. I'm just saying that he's leaning into it. Like he is, you think I'm responsible for any number of different things that take place? He makes it seem like I'm the singularly responsible person. Anytime there's a fucking incident of terror, even if it's like ISIS and shit, he'll turn around and he'll have no issues claiming that I am the reason why this happened, right? He has no problem saying that. Making it seem like I'm fucking demanding violence against like random Jewish people or something. That's never something I've said. Whereas he is directly calling for the exact kind of violence that is currently taking place. You should ignore him. You're playing into it. It's really interesting. I like that this is another one of the Hassan, I'm a fan of you, but Asmon's got a really good point type of chatter. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. So strange. No one can just come in and be like, listen, dog, I love Asmongold and I don't like you. Yeah, you should look away. Yeah, I should look away at the guy who's getting retweeted by Elon Musk demanding that every Somali person gets fucking denaturalized and deported. Get the fuck out of here.